The question I wrote down is, what is a meme?
What is a meme?
What is a
What
meme?
is a meme?
Because maybe this will spark some thoughts. Her and I were talking about it, and she's like, a meme is a photo that's like funny. And I'm like, no, a meme is a concept. That's what I was saying. And she's like, no, it's not. It's just a photo.
Well, because I've seen like sometimes I refer to memes in their videos.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about it, the medium doesn't matter. Like if I'm telling Nay, like, oh yeah, I saw this meme. I'm not telling her, oh, I saw this video meme or I saw this photo meme. I'm just telling her, I saw this meme and this is what it was.
Exactly.
So
I think
would say it's a concept.
It's a condensed
It's a
conceptualization of like an idea. It's like
a little jokey joke.
Yeah. It came up because you guys remember the meme of the person with the Dora backpack that was like backpack, but like stealing shit.
Yes.
And she was like, that's not a meme, that's a reel. And I was like, but it's a meme. Like, and that's where the conversation, and I was like, this is an interesting thing because I'm like, to me, a meme could be any form of content that is like trying to quickly like show like a juxtaposition or like a funny something, you know.
I just found a whole like page of not funny memes, and I'm looking at them, and yes, there's a ton of memes that aren't funny.
Oh, okay.
Just anything that's like that you can relate to, right?
Or
Is
something
meme
just like,
short for memory?
could be. Yeah. I'm trying to see here.
don't know.
I'm just looking at the definition.
Can you
Let's see.
imagine historians 40 years from now? They're like, what did we get from the early 20th century? And they're like, memes.
A shit ton of memes.
Memes
Should I-
and GIFs.
Let me read
Hey,
this
but
aloud.
that's like our modern day hieroglyphics.
Exactly.
I'll give you that.
Here we go. The word meme comes from the Greek. I don't know how to say this, but I'm going to try. Mimema. The Greek or mimema.
Mamma Mia?
M-I-M-E-M-A.
Mamma mia.
Meaning something that has been imitated.
Okay. Okay, so it's maybe like
I'm
a popular.
even more confused.
Maybe it's a popular idea
So,
that's just been imitated.
This is interesting too. Richard Dawkins was the first one to introduce the word meme.
I actually heard that like a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
Yeah, I think I remember that somewhere back in my brain. That was like,
Yeah.
what a funny guy to bring
Came
this
up
in.
with meme.
But also, he's like a contrarian, so it makes sense.
And I'm sure when he first coined it, it wasn't like a funny meme. He was
Yeah.
probably talking about this meme that we have as a society, right?
Yeah, right now.
And we turned it into a little
Silliness.
jokey joke.
Yeah, little jokey jokes.
Yeah.
Little jokey jokes.
Yeah.
But I mean, but on that idea of like memes though, it's like the power of a meme, right?
Sure.
I think like as a company when you're marketing, coming up with little memes that basically condense down what you do into an idea.
Sure.
That you can visually like represent and communicate very simply.
This is why I wrote it down, is because I'm like, this is funny to talk about and interesting, but I'm also like, we communicate and market through memes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was
All of
going to
us,
say
you know?
that it has taken off. You see a ton of businesses now that take famous memes and have their own spin on it, but it has become like a marketing tool, especially in the digital era we live in with social media. It's
And
become its own thing.
I think when I think of a meme too, I think of like two different ideas that come together to basically describe a point or an idea,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like when you see a meme, it's typically like text that has nothing to do with like the image you're seeing, but the image is a cat and the cat's freaking out.
Yeah.
But then the text is something that's relatable about something else. You know what I mean? So it's these two concepts that you're aware of and you're familiar with, but you like mash them together and it makes it that much more powerful
You know
and
how
that much
many-
more memorable.
It's also, I feel like a lot of companies you see force it. You know, they find a meme that like one person on the team is like, oh, this meme is hot right now. But by the time they create something
Yeah.
with it,
Yeah,
You gotta
it's-
be quick.
it's old,
yeah, you got to be way quick if you're going to use like a relevant meme. But I have seen success with companies who they create their own meme. Like if you can make something that is memeable, then that's like you've won the lottery.
You've just won
Yes.
the meme lottery. Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say, make it quick, digestible. It has a short shelf life. That's a mouthful. A short shelf life. But I think it pushes like a brand or a business to be more creative,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I think there's a couple different kinds of memes that like a company could use to their advantage. One, if they're doing like quick social media type stuff, they could, if they're fast, use like a popular meme, right? And then just like riff off of that.
Which
you
can
know,
give you good traction,
Yeah.
a good solid week of exposure.
yeah, just real quick, just to turn some heads, you
I
know?
think meme audio, like not necessarily just visuals, but audio that's trending and
Yes.
is like silly. That's a quick one because you can hear the audio and just have a concept and film it and go. You know,
The second meme, though, could just be that question of, okay, how can we create our own meme? And I know that sounds like you have this visual of like, okay, what little GIF can we create that's going to go viral? And that's not the case.
yeah.
What a meme is, and I'm glad you brought this up because I picture a meme for a company anyway. It basically is just marrying a couple concepts that people are going to relate with, right? And bringing them together where you are at the middle. You're kind of like that bridge, or what you offer, you know, is, you know, what's being communicated.
When it comes to like creating a meme, I think sometimes like a company or a creative team could get lost in the weeds trying to make this tiny piece of content like that hits, you know. I think sometimes what might I think looking at the content you make in a different way, like instead of being like, we need to make a meme, setting out to be like aware that you want that. Because I think some of the funniest stuff we've seen for ourselves is when we shot something that was serious or was supposed to be, and there's a funny moment that doesn't make it to the final edit because it just gets cut.
Right.
But I think changing your brain to be thinking about those type of things, because in those moments you might be like, oh, well, that's silly for like the final, but as a piece of promotion, you know, it could be like, you know, some silly thing happens on the set and then that promotes what's coming next or something, you know, being aware of memeability, like as like a general thing instead of setting out to like, let's create a meme, which I think you can do, but that's the amount of work it's going to take to get something that hits versus if it actually works at the end. I think the funnel is this way, whereas if you look at it the other way, you have a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, and like
For sure.
the virality of something like that. And I guess, I mean, this is a question that I would have for you guys. Do you feel like there's ever, and I'm sure there are, right? There are certain clients and projects that are like, you don't joke around, you know.
No
of course.
sillies, no funnies.
But I mean, like, I'd say, I mean, I don't know, 9 times out of 10, what do you guys think as far as like that companies can't go wrong by like not taking themselves too serious? That's one thing. I think most companies and clients out there, they just and I think we all do.
I think,
you know what I mean?
I don't
take
think
ourselves
enough
too
brands
serious.
spend enough time building a personality for their
Yeah,
brand that
right.
differs from just who they are.
Yeah,
As like
right.
the owners or the people who work there. Like, who is your brand? Like, if your brand was going to be personified, what does that person look like? What do they do?
And
what
would
do
I
they
want to hang out?
enjoy?
Would you want to hang out with that
Exactly.
person?
I think humility equals relatability for sure.
Self-deprecating humor goes a long way.
That was so deep.
Yeah, it was.
Hallmark.
Yeah.
What do you meme? I've been dying to do that since we started talking about memes.
She's been bottling it up.
I
you
had
guys.
to get it out.
Exactly. It was going to explode. Yep. Sorry, I just spit. I don't know who I spit on.
That's called gleeking.
Yeah. Oh, man. Sometimes when you get a good one, it gets all
You
over.
guys, there's
love
nothing
that.
more embarrassing than being in a conversation with somebody and gleeking on them.
It's bad.
Oh, yes.
Because it's like, do you say something?
Exactly.
Do you
You
like
just pretend it didn't
apologize or do you
happen.
pretend it didn't happen?
There's a difference between like, oh, I just like a little spit. A gleek is like when your gland like, you know, and you
No,
have like
totally.
Disgusting.
a stream
Yeah,
of,
if you're like eating
you
and
know.
something comes out, it's one thing. But you're just talking normal and you get your tongue up
Embarrassing.
in the
Yeah.
wrong way and it just goes.
You know the
It's a
dinosaur
fountain.
in Jurassic Park, you know, and that shoots the shit. When you're that thing, that's not good for a combo.
Yeah. If the person you're talking to goes falling down a hill, whoops.
Yeah.
I wonder if they don't notice.